Alright, so in this video, I guess this is going to be week 4 of coin ring tools, week by week. And this week I'm introducing silver coins as my tool. I know that's not really a tool, but it's going to be a step up for me as far as making kind of fancier coin rings. And I've never worked with silver before, so this is all going to be kind of experimenting, and you're going to be watching over my shoulder as I go by. And if I mess up, I'm going to mess up. I've got 3 quarters, so hopefully one of these rings will turn out nicely. I'm going to try and have them come out different sizes, but the first step for these is going to be punching a hole in them. So let's go ahead and get to that. Let's punch a hole in these suckers. Alright, so I've got my quarter center punching tool here, and I got my quarters here, and I'm going to go ahead and put the first one in and punch the center out of it. Alright, so we got the first one, the center punched out. There's the center. I'm going to do the second one. Alright, here's our second quarter with a hole punched in it. And then we just got one more we're going to do. That's pretty. Alright, so with this tool, sometimes this punch gets stuck in this die, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing between these punches to get this out of here. Okay, so I just put it up on my arbor press. It's a 1-ton arbor press I got from Harbor Freight, and then I just use a smaller punch on top of it, put it in there upside down, and push the little punch out. And then out comes your quarter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and deburr these quarters and get to folding them. Alright, now we're going to deburr the inside cut edge of these quarters just to make it nice and smooth. This is a deburring tool. You can get it at a hardware store for like $8. And since these are silver, like 90% silver, I'm going to be deburring them over this little tray to try and catch that metal. This is one of the hardest parts to film, so bear with me. I'm going to try and show you what I'm doing. And we'll do the other side. You're just trying to get rid of any roughness or cracks that occurred when you were punching through it. Get a nice, smooth, even edge. That looks good. Maybe a little more. Okay. I'll do the next one. I'll just try and run through these real quick. last one. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to move on to our first fold. Alright, so now we're going to be folding these quarters, and real quick I just want to show you the scraps I've come up with so far. These are the scrap shavings from Deburring, and these are the centers I punched out of these quarters that I'm just keeping in little baggies. And we've got our doming block here, our 1-ton arbor press, and I was looking at these quarters and I was like, man, which way do I want to be on the outside of these rings? Because this looks really nice with the, you know, E pluribus unum and the wings and United States of America, but this way you have the date. So I'm gonna do the 2 oldest ones with the date, and then I'm gonna do this one from the 60s with the wings out. So we'll start with that one. Okay, so since I want the wings out, we'll put them face down, and we'll go ahead and fold this coin. Doesn't look like anything's gotten too roughed up. Still looking pretty nice. Alright, on to the next one. And these 2 will do date out. Cool. And here's the third one. Alright, now we're going to move on to the second fold. And to do that, I use a 17-degree folding die from Legacy brand tools, and a 17-degree folding cone from Legacy brand tools. I'll try and drop this down a little here. There we go. Alright, and we're just going to pop the ring in there and try and make sure it's as even as we can get it. Go ahead and get that stretched out a little bit more. Move on to the next one. As you can see, this one's got a little bit of a wobble to it. This one has a little wobble, and this one has a little wobble too. So we're gonna try and work these out real quick. Now I got them nice and flat. And the next thing I'm going to do is, since these are silver, and I'm going to stretch them out on my Rathburn ring stretcher, I'm going to wrap these in tape. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the tape I'm using for this is PTFE thread seal tape. It came with this folding cone. It's some kind of like plumber's sealant tape, but it works really well for keeping detail on coins when you're shaping and stretching them. I've already put it on one, and I'm going to show you me doing it on one more, but it's really tricky to do and film at the same time. It's just kind of delicate. So you just kind of thread it through and then wrap it around over and over again. And you can use more than one piece of tape if you need to, but you want to make sure, at least for what I'm doing, I want to make sure that the inside of the coin is wrapped up really well and that there's not any gaps or holes in the tape on the inside where the details could get messed up. Yeah, I'm just butchering this trying to film it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this off screen just because it's a bit easier, but the basic idea is just wrap it around and around and around until you get it all the way around. And this stuff sticks to itself pretty well, especially if you pull on it a little bit. And I'll just finish these up and get right back to it. Alright, I've got 2 of them taped up, 1 more to go, and this doesn't want to focus at all. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this last one, and then we're gonna stretch these coins. I've got these 3 nicely wrapped up, so let's take them to the floor and stretch them out on the Rathburn ring stretcher. Alright, so I've got my first ring on my Rathburn ring stretcher here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on there and stretch it out.